Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray, and I'm back at you with a weekly stock market update. Get you ready for the week. I'm gonna go through some stuff and see if I can help you help myself. Kind of keep track of what's going on in the market. I had a busy weekend, a lot of stuff going on. We got the NBA playoffs. I don't know who your favorite team. I don't really have a favorite team anymore. Like my favorite team used to be the Bulls. Of course, when Jordan was there. And then it was the then I actually liked the Lakers when Kobe was there. I kind of like had favorite players, and then those favorite players, whatever team they playing on, I'll root for them. And my favorite player in the NBA now is Kyrie Irving. Even when he first came in, when he was at Cleveland, Kyrie can get buckets. And I like the fact that so I'm really pulling for the Mavericks. Say all that just to say that, right? He been going bananas in the playoffs, him and Luca. So they got OKC next. I think I looked up the first game is gonna be Tuesday night, I think, on the 7th. So I might see if I can get on prize pick, catch me a bet. Uh I might do a video with that, just going over some of my bets. I've done that before in the past. And also, went to the barber shop yesterday, and and we were in there talking about, of course, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I really hadn't been keeping track of, the records, to be honest with you. I after like that with Kendrick Lamar and Future, I didn't really even keep up with Drake's response and none of that. So yesterday, everybody going crazy over Meet the Grams? And I listened to a little bit of it. Wasn't really my thing, just because in my opinion, it's just a little bit too personal. I ain't saying he wasn't. I just thought that maybe that was a little bit. I like Euphoria. Euphoria was dope. And then it seemed like last night, or maybe I just seen it last night. Uh, Kendrick dropped another one, and Not Like Us. And I really like that, and it kind of got that West Coast beat to it too, right? Got that little West Coast sound. And they need to call the fight at this point. They need to call it. Like they need to call it. I never felt like Drake was a lyricist anyway, and I really don't think he can go. Now J. Cole could. People saying like J. Cole about no, I think J. Cole is influenced by by I think J. Cole is real conscious of what hip hop is and where it can lead to. And I don't think that like verbally or lyrically he intimidated by Kendrick Lamar, because I do think he can go bar for bar with Kendrick. And I just think that he a little bit more conscious on where it could go to, right? And I don't think he really wanted to go do that. And I respect him for it, and he deserve a lot of props for that too. But this last one, Not Like Us, yeah, that sealed it for me. So, I wanted to kind of give my little thoughts on that. And then I'm gonna get you right to the market. So we're right at the 4 minute mark. I'll probably put some pin that in it if you want to get straight to the market and uh and skip past my little recap. All right. So as the SPX, looking at the expected move, let me go ahead and make this swap this screen out so you guys can see what you normally look at. There you go. On the S&P 500, you'll see that the expected move for the week is lower than it's been the past 2 weeks. We've got a $56.66 expected move, which is significantly lower than the past couple of weeks. The market is what? So you saying what is that telling us? That's telling us that volatility has contracted, and the option market is actually saying that it's not expecting a big move this week. So we could see some chop. That doesn't mean that now the expected move for these past couple weeks was wrong. You can see we had outside move, right? For the past 2 weeks, we had basically $56. We had that move on Friday alone. On Friday, looked like we had it on Thursday and then Wednesday. So 3 out of the 5 days last week, we had that type of move that would have exceeded the expected move. Now, that's not to say that it won't get it wrong. I like to look at that to see what the market is expecting. And if I think that they're going to get it wrong, then you can place a bet on an outside move for the week if you think that. So I like to go over that to see what the expectations are. And and so we have that. I also want to talk about I've been doing some digging on the this move right here by Apple. I think I talked about it on Friday's video as far as the gap up. And I think Apple is doing like a record number of stock buybacks. Now, also this past weekend, Warren Buffett did his shareholders address. So, where he talks, gives like a little recap. I think this is the first year that it's been done, that Berkshire has done this without Charlie Munger, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, and so he talked about from some of the clip. I didn't listen to it. I just read some of the headlines and clippings. Talked about selling Apple. Seen some headlines where he talked about selling Apple. So to me, that's something to think about, right? Warren Buffett selling some Apple shares. I don't know if he sold them all, but I know he sold some, even with this big gap up. And there's talking about buying the record number of buybacks that Apple is doing. Um, I did not know that buybacks at one point, I think, were illegal for them to do this. And so, which is crazy. So now, a company and Apple has plenty of cash on hand to basically buy their own stock. So that's kind of, it's almost a form of manipulation if you think about it. I'm not saying I'm against it. I don't care either way. It gets the stock to move, but I'm just saying it's something to think about. And what we see, you see, I got my Fib levels on here from this low to this high and this pullback. Um, if we go ahead and put us some levels on here to see where this stock can go, if Apple is going to continue to go up, I do not think that the market will go down. I just think Apple is too big a stock. Um, I think Apple can keep the market up. So this is one of those things, and I keep Apple on my watch list. So whether I trade it or not, I keep those what they call the Magnificent Seven: Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, and Nvidia. I keep them on my watch list. If you're looking at Apple is up, Meta is up, Google, if you see those stocks up, then you generally will want to be bullish. If you see them down, you know, you would want to be bearish for that day or, whatever that time period that you're looking at. And so the next level up for Apple, I see is probably about 188. Um, we should see it hit there. So I do think that now maybe let's see, you see it pulling back. Now it could pull back here and then go up again. So I do see another push higher in Apple. Um, Me personally, I could see Apple going higher. Like we got levels higher. So if this is gonna be it, now if I put my indicators back on and we see that Apple had divergence down here. I think I talked about that on Friday's show as well. And we got this turn in the market. That's a bullish sign for Apple. So I may look at next week taking a long position in Apple, maybe buying some shares, to be honest with you, and then sitting on those and then seeing how that go. Because I do think that it'll continue to go up. So it wouldn't be a bad move in my opinion to possibly get long, not trade advice, just what I'm thinking about doing with my own funds. I want to talk about Boeing's no snitch policy, right? um, and so I think I talked about this as well. The second whistleblower turns up dead at Boeing. Um, you may want to be careful. You applying to get a job at Boeing. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your head down. That's crazy, right? I was watching a program on Friday, and I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say no names, but it was brought up, and then um one of the people on the show was like, hey, you think it's just a coincidence? There are no coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences. Not at all, right? I just don't. Maybe the first one, okay. First one came up dead, okay, or unalived. No, excuse me. I don't know, what you can say on here or not. But the second one to come up all of a sudden, unalived is crazy. Um, that's kind of, that's a red flag to me. But this right here, this is a bullish setup. We got an up move, a pullback, and then we got it right here. So what I would be looking at in technical analysis, honestly, uh, we got divergence down here on my stochastic from here. This right here, this fractal, which is this little white dot right here, I want to see. I would like to see price action go up a little bit more and pull back and retest right here. But just looking at this, I would say if I had to make a guess that Boeing would go, the next level up would be right here around 195. That would be my next level in Boeing. And so with Boeing, I have a bullish setup on Boeing. I got a bullish setup on Apple. I would like to think that the market would continue to either go sideways or go up just based off of that. I also wanted to take a look at the XLE. I got something. Um, XLE. I like the setup in the XLE. You say, well, because you gotta it respected this area right here on this Fibonacci extension as resistance, and you got a low, a high, and you got a lower high and then a lower low. And this area right here look like it's holding as support. Now it could come down a little lower, but this wouldn't be a bad area in my opinion to decide to get bullish or maybe neutral because we are in the fourth wave. So, a lot of times I go over Elliott wave counts. This would be your first wave down here started by this hammer candlestick. So you got your one, two, three, and then four. And your fourth wave will have some type of harmonic pattern in it. So I'm almost certain if I was to go put my fibs on from here, here to here, you want to see like this area from this high to this low should equal from here to here. And you want to see something where the market then, whether it comes down into this area and then takes off, it could come down in this area and take off. So we'll see. But also, it's not a bad time to do. I would say sell premium, but it has a low IV rank of 13.3, which is also telling. With it having low IV, meaning there isn't a lot of volatility priced into this pullback. So this is a down move, but the IV isn't expanding. So um I'm gonna be watching XLE. I got a position on a DraftKings. I am bullish in DraftKings. Even though it gapped up to here Friday, then pulled back all the way to here. So I'm down right now. Um, if it comes and takes out this low right here of $39, I'll probably just get out of the trade and just take the L. But I'll hold this bullish position until then. And snow, it's finally after it chopped around in here, it's finally starting to take off right here. Now, as I see when I'm looking at this, you have an inverted head and shoulders in Snowflake. Right here is the first shoulder. Here's your head, and here's the second shoulder. This would be your neckline right here. As you see the price action beginning to break above right here, this is a reversal pattern, like real time. And I just now seen it as I'm doing the video. I have an idea of what I want to do in a video, but a lot of times I just come on and I do it. So this is how I see, and I can just see it. You see, here's your shoulder, your head, and your shoulder. This would be an inverted head and shoulders. This is a bullish pattern, and we should see or possibly see this continue to go up. Right. So this is something that I will monitor as well. We got a large gap right here. So let's see if price action can go up and fill this gap. This may be a long-term buy in Snowflake. We do have to be careful because Snowflake does have earnings on May 22nd, and anything can happen on earnings. And so, guys, with that being said, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you got that bell notification so you know when I'm going live and you can see some of the trades that I'm doing. I show them on. I like to show them when I do them, and sometimes I post them out into the community notes and the community page so you can see them as well. And with that, guys, I'm gonna be out. Peace.